One rapper dissed his ops, so they set him up outside a crib in Chicago. Another rapper mocked his ops on every song and called himself Mr. Disrespectful and got smoked in Philly. This is 13 drill rappers who got over diss tracks. Dallas rapper Mo3 had been in beef with multiple sets in the city, most notably with rappers affiliated with lled and Trap Boy Freddy. But things hit a different level when Mo3 dropped Outside, Better Days, a melodic track with heavy pain, but also heavy warnings. In the video, he stood in the rain singing about how ops want him, but he ain't scared to slide first. Before that, he dropped Slide on him rapping. Catching lacking, he gon' go 7.62 chop up his hole. The tension in Dallas was already boiling. Mo3 was known for mixing raw vocals with raw disses, not always name-dropping, but always targeting. After he went live talking reckless about unnamed ops and mocking certain shootouts, the energy got even worse. November 11th, 2020, Mo3 was driving on I-35 when he noticed a car following him. He tried to dip, crashed his car, and ran on foot. That's when it hopped out the other vehicle, chased him down on the freeway, and shot him in broad daylight. The hit was recorded. Witnesses on the highway watched a rapper get down like it was a movie. The footage went viral within minutes. It wasn't just a hit, it was a message. Mo3 dissed too hard, stood on business, and exactly how he rapped. Outside, with nobody there to save him, same thing as Julio Fulio, who died while mocking the Julio Fulio might be the most infamous example of what happens when dissing the becomes your brand. Coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, Fulio built his whole image around disrespect. His song When I See You was a direct remix aimed at Youngin Ace, where he mocked the deaths of Ace's friends. He went viral holding up photos of in a music video while singing to the beat of Fantasia's When I See You. The track passed 30 million views and also passed the point of no return. Every time Fulio had something to say, he would go live, post memes, drop tracks with titles like List of Ops. Each time, fans warned him, this kind of trolling don't end well. On June 23, 2024, Fulio was celebrating his birthday at a hotel in Tampa. He posted his location on Instagram, flexing his setup, pool, bottles, women. He even joked about how nobody could touch him, but later that night, his location got dropped. He left the hotel for an Airbnb to keep the party going. Around 4 a.m., a car pulled up and sprayed the parking lot with Fulio was hit multiple times and pronounced the scene.
After leaving Teasers, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party, posting on social media in live time.
This is the video here from his Instagram.
Surveillance video from outside that club shows how two suspect vehicles continued to follow Jones, just as they did at Teasers, and eventually to the Home 2 suites near USF.
They're approaching the victim's position on foot.
Video from the hotel and a parked Tesla show 3 shooters firing several shots at the vehicle Jones was riding in.
People online called it karma. Others just said it was overdue. His ops dropped reaction videos within hours, mocking his the same way he mocked theirs. And just like that, a rapper who spent years clowning the ended up getting laughed at by the same streets he once controlled. The next driller got lined after mocking his ops' sister. G Money was a real stepper out of Baton Rouge, member of TBG and one of the main rivals of NBA YoungBoy. Their beef wasn't just about rap, it was personal. G Money claimed he smashed YoungBoy's sister and dropped that line in an interview and in his hit song, Industry.
You hear me? Like, y'all don't pay attention to all that shit, but they say on it. You hear me?
Right, but I mean, it ain't just nothing real major. Like, it ain't no real, I don't really have differences like that. It's just,
not really, he mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had f***ed her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though, you know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother and shit, you hear me? I guess he just let that fame and shit get to his head. Now he feel like he just this new nigga, whoever he supposed to be, whoever he called himself.
Your sister swallowed nuts, so I never kissed her, but I with her, so I never dissed her. Those lines turned Baton Rouge into a war zone. YoungBoy responded in tracks, throwing subliminals and building his own team. But G Money kept the pressure on. He dropped multiple disses aimed at NBA's camp and posted clips laughing at them online. On September 10th, 2017, just days after dropping Industry, G Money was shot and killed outside a recording studio on Dallas Drive. It was a clean hit, one headshot, no suspects caught. In the days that followed, YoungBoy went silent, but his associates didn't. The diss track was wiped off YouTube, but not before fans downloaded it and turned it into street legend. Everyone in Baton Rouge knew G-Money poked the wrong bear, and the response was surgical. He played the diss game, but this time the ops played for keeps. Talking about people who should have been crossed out but made it too far, King Von was the reaper before he got reaped. Von wasn't just another BD from old block. He was the agent of in the field. He wasn't hiding it. Von used music to press the same people he was for in real life. Every track was a warning, a confession, and a challenge. But once the smoke caught up, there was no beat to rap on, just beats. November 6th, 2020, Von ran into Quando Rondo outside Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. The same streets he controlled flipped the script. Von thought he was the end of ops, but he got ended. Sometimes the hunter becomes the pack, and Von didn't see it coming, unlike Lil Scoom, who felt the setup before it hit. Scoom was a rising name out of Chicago, known more for being tied in with the Bloodhounds and Lil Jeff than for his catalog. But what made his story different was that he knew something was off. Just minutes before he was Scoom told his mom he didn't feel safe. He had that sixth sense, and he was right. Leading up to his Scoom was allegedly involved in giving up the drop on Monty and Lil Rob, two BKN members who got weeks prior. The word in the streets was that Scoom had been with Lil Jeff on drills and knew too much. Some said he helped line the hit. That rumor alone had Scoom walking on eggshells. On July 7th, 2024, after getting his hair done by Nene Brooks and linking up with his girl Journey, Scoom was chilling outside the crib on East 89th in Langley. But when he tried to go inside, his girl allegedly stalled him. Moments later, shots rang out. Scoom was hit twice in the chest and the hospital. People started pointing fingers at Journey and Nene, claiming they lined him up. The back door wasn't loud, it was subtle. The ops didn't slide on him because of a track. They slid because the streets said he talked too much behind the scenes. And once the whispers started, it was already too late. Back to drillers signing they own, FBG Duck dropped a nuke, then got left leaking in broad daylight. He was a drill legend out of 63rd, STL, EBT, and a voice for the GDs. For years, Duck held it down while BDs like Lil Durk, Von, and 600 Breezy ran the charts. But in 2020, Duck decided he was done playing it cool. He dropped one of the most disrespectful tracks in drill history, Bitches. In the song, Duck didn't just diss one op, he dissed all of them. From O'Block to Front Street to Lamron, no set was safe. He rapped, when Baldy got, they ain't stand no business. Duck name-dropped T-Roy, OD, and other fallen BDs. He even mentioned kids, and that crossed every line possible in Chicago politics. Within days, Duck's location was dropped online. August 4th, 2020, Duck was shopping in the Gold Coast District, a luxury area far from the trenches. Two cars pulled up, hopped out, and lit the block up. Duck tried to duck behind a car but got hit over 20 times. The shooters didn't even rush. They moved calculated. It was a military-style hit in the middle of one of the richest neighborhoods in the city. Federal agents watching the scene said it looked like organized warfare. Bitches got ducked, not because he was slipping, but because the disrespect couldn't go unanswered. Same thing with Lil Jojo. He ain't even get to drop an album before his name got put on a shirt. Lil Jojo was only 18 when he became one of the first real casualties of Chicago drill. Coming from Brick Squad, Jojo was affiliated with the GDs and directly beefing with Lamron and 300, which had ties to Chief Keef and Lil Durk. The beef was personal, but the music made it viral. The track that changed everything was BDK, short, raw, and straight disrespect. Jojo ain't waste no time. Soon as the beat dropped, he came in wild and these claim 300, but we BDK. In the video, Jojo rode around the ops blocks yelling BDK, flexing with the strap and clowning Keef's crew. It went viral fast. The problem was, Jojo wasn't dissing ghosts. He was calling out real steppers. Durk responded on tracks. Keef tweeted laughing emojis, and the city got hot. September 4th, 2012, Jojo tweeted his location while riding his bike. That same night, a car pulled up and opened. Jojo was hit and instantly. The streets were quick to call it a hit over BDK. Years after Lil Jojo got dropped for dissing, YN still ain't learned. Jada Youngin went live talking reckless and got ambushed the same day. Jay was the biggest name out of Bogalusa, Louisiana, had the industry on his back. Millions of views, but as his numbers went up, so did the beef. He had real smoke with NBA Youngboys camp, especially NBA Herm and Quando Rondo's people. But instead of falling back, Jay turned it up. He went at Youngboy on IG Live, dissed his people, threw up signs, and let it be known He wasn't ducking no pressure. In one live, he laughed at the ops and dared anyone to touch him. Then he dropped Repo, where he said, "Headshot, that's a free throw. Spray it out, then reload. I cut him off at FIFO. Repo, and I'll stick to the G code." But it wasn't just bars. Jay crossed the line. He dissed NBA members. And in the streets, that's an open invite to get stepped on. July 27th, 2022, Jay went live again, flexing his car, talking spicy. A few hours later, he was outside his crib with his pops when a black truck spun the block. No words, no warning. Jay tried to run, but got hit multiple times. His dad got hit too, but survived. Jay the Youngin was pronounced that night. Sometimes the ops don't spin right away. They wait, watch, then slide months later. That's what happened to Raw G's. He dissed and got packed quietly months after. Coming up out of YG's, Raw G's was one of the youngest Bronx drillers pushing real pressure. He was only 16, but the way he moved and talked, he was out here like a grown stepper, loud, active, and disrespectful on every track. His main ops, OY and OGs, especially those tied to the Sev side and DOA wave. Raw ain't waste bars on subliminals. He came name first, shot second. In freestyles and IG lives, he called out mock blocks and showed his grip like he was daring someone to check him. In one video, he rapped, "It wasn't just the lyrics, it was the energy." Raw was popping out in op territory, going live, dissing from corners most people don't walk through. The line that really put a target on his back came in a track where he rapped, "Spin through the third trying to catch me an op. Catch Zay Munna, I'm up in that chop. Don't spin. Yeah, they don't spin no blocks. See a op, that's on bro, he gets shot." He also dissed Wu Lottie, who was a known OY member who got chased down and killed. So that bar, that was a direct shot at the ops, and they heard it loud. After that, Raw started moving a little different. Less lives, less motion, but it was already too late. The ops wanted payback. July 11th, 2021, Raw G's was in a livery cab in the Bronx, thinking it was a regular ride. He ain't know someone was watching. A car pulled up on the side of the cab, windows dropped, and shots rang out. Raw got right there in the back seat. The driver crashed trying to get away. By the time police pulled up, Raw was already gone. Even though Raw G's tried to move smarter in his final days, the damage was already done. Same story with C High. Too many disses, not enough protection. Both got caught in the same cycle. Disrespect, buzz, then bullets. C High Watts came out of Brooklyn with straight smoke in his lungs and war in his verses. He wasn't tied to one set. He dissed every side. OY, DOA, Sugar Hill, 41. Nobody was safe in his tracks. He wasn't sliding, he was spitting, and every line was a middle finger to the ops. In his track 4 Life, he dropped one of the wildest bars out. DOA be the I came with. We see a G's, we leaving him faceless. That one line alone had the whole city tuned in. Clout came quick, but so did the pressure. C High didn't have a set behind him. No deep crew, no big homie clearing the smoke, just him, a few close ones, and an internet full of enemies. In early 2023, his numbers started going up. Lives got more reckless. IG stories got louder, and ops started plotting. C High had motion but no shield. February 6th, 2023. He was leaving a studio in Crown Heights when a car pulled up. No argument, no back and forth, just shots. C High got hit in the chest and rushed to the hospital, but didn't make it. He was only 18. In 2017, Shooter Shells dropped a track that had the whole South Side on edge of 150. This wasn't no sneak diss. This was a straight-up declaration of war. He named names, dropped blocks, and went at no limit. A BD set known for ties to G Herbo and real steppers out east. Shells wasn't sugarcoating nothing. In that track, he rapped, "It's been a struggle, but real seem to make it through. And if I catch you back on Essex, you gon' make the news." He mocked dead ops, talked bodies, and claimed hits. It was disrespect on a level Chicago drill hadn't seen in a minute, and what made it worse, he wasn't bluffing. Shells was tied in with Black Mob, a GD-affiliated crew locked in a deadly war with NLMB. That beef been running deep, with multiple bodies on both sides. Of 150 wasn't just lyrics. It was adding more fuel to a war that already had blood on it. The track went viral, but in Chicago, going viral with a diss like that don't end in plaques. It ends in chalk outlines. Shells rapped like he couldn't be touched, and for a while, he wasn't. But in the streets, that target never fades. Young Pappy did the same, and the final shot came while standing in his own section, the same way he used to stand in his ops. Out of Chicago's north side, repping PBG and TFG, Pappy came in loud, fearless, and straight disrespectful. His main ops, ICG and their affiliates. But truth is, he had smoke with half the North Pole. Tracks like Homicide, Killer, and the Fanato remix weren't just drill bangers, they were the anthems. Pappy called out names on record, mocked the dead, and dared ops to touch him. And he wasn't just talking, he popped in front of their houses. That energy got him fans, clout, and viral numbers. But it also made him priority target number one. The first real attempt came in 2014, when a shooting meant for Pappy missed, and an innocent bystander got killed. That made headlines and put a city spotlight on PBG and the North Side War. Then again in early 2015, another shooting went down. This time his homie got hit while Pappy walked away clean. But the ops weren't letting up. May 29, 2015, it caught up to him. Pappy was standing on the 4,800 block of North Kenmore, middle of Uptown, when a car pulled up and let it off. He got hit in the back, collapsed right there, fingers pointed at ICG and ABK, two of the main sets he dissed heavy for years. And the ops didn't hold back. They dropped diss tracks, posted clips, and bragged that they finally put the demon down. Last on the list is Nodi Osama, just 14 years old, but already a name ringing heavy in Harlem drill. Nodi was a young YG's affiliate tied to OY, repping with his brother DD Osama. Together, they were coming up fast, dropping high-energy tracks like Stops and Without You, throwing shots at DOA and Sev's side, where steppers like K-Flock and D-Thang G's called home. Next day, July 9th, 2022, Nodi was on 137th Street in Harlem, deep in enemy territory. He got into a fight on the subway platform with 15-year-old Kelvin Martinez, a known DOA affiliate. Cameras caught it all. Nodi swung a broomstick, but Martinez upped the blow. Nodi tried to run, made it halfway up the stairs, then collapsed. Right there in the station. EMS rushed him to the hospital, but it was over. Harlem's youngest driller just got laid out for real. After the internet exploded. Ops reacted instantly. A crew tied to DOA called 41 dropped the track that would go viral nationwide, Naughty Bop. The hook was disrespect turned up to the max. Naughty Bop and punching my head like, come here, gotta do it like this. The dance mocked how Naughty swinging, running, collapsing. TikTok ran with it, millions of views. But the streets, they knew it was war music. If you like this video, click one of the windows on either side to watch a video similar to this one.